So in traditional psychotherapy, the vision is that you first need to know about the problem, that you first need to have some analysis, some diagnosis, and then you can make a plan. So this asks from the therapist, the expert, the plan. This is different from your approach. Do you need to know about the problem?
And I think this is the most shocking aspect about the solution-focused approach, is that we don't need to know what the problem is. We just need to know what the solution is. And I actually had a lady comes to me some years ago, and she was just fretting, and she was just having such a difficult time. And she finally, I usually start out with what needs to happen here and all this stuff. And she says, she was very apologetically and says, I cannot tell you what my problem is because I am just so ashamed about this problem I have. And so I said, you don't need to tell me what the problem is. So, what do you think the solution, suppose we find a solution, what would it look like? And then of course she started. I think that many people think that, and I think that comes from a very much of a medical model, where you have to not only know what the problem is, but the detailed symptoms will tell us what the problem is, or how to look at the problem, how to categorize the problem into diagnosis. And then, of course, the traditional approach is to find a matching solution to different diagnoses. So you have to be very accurate about diagnosis, so that we could find finer and finer a list of the details of treatment options. And that's our job. Our expertise is in knowing how to categorize problems and also what the matching solution to those categorized problems are.
Like in medicine?
It's just medicine. Medicine is that way. So I think they're just starting out with, suppose there's a solution. And then you could, but people seem to, but surprisingly, when you don't ask about problems, even if they think they're just telling you about what the solutions they are looking for, most solutions are somehow related to problems anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So, for example, someone says...
So they are connected.
In many ways, they're connected. And I think linguistically also, it's very connected, because without problems, you don't need a solution. So just talking about solution, implied in that is that there is a problem. Linguistically. I don't think that you really need to spend a lot of time up front knowing the details about problems.
Right.